Good morning. I am Megan Carter. I'm the City Traffic Engineer for the City of Sacramento with the Public Works Department. I'm joined here today by Councilmember Jennings, representing District 7, where we meet today, and Alena Wong, a student at Cal Poly whose family lives in the area and is connected with this location for unfortunate reasons. Thank you all for joining us on the day before Thanksgiving to talk about something other than the method we plan to cook the turkey. Our purpose today is to share an update about efforts the city is taking to make Sacramento streets safer and more inviting to bike or walk off that extra helping of stuffing and pumpkin pie. We gather at this location in William Land Park on Sutterville Road to highlight a recent quick-build traffic safety project. This intersection was the location of a tragic crash involving Alena Wong, who we are so thankful is here with us today. At the time, she was a middle school student biking to class one morning. The driver, a high school student, was also just trying to make it to school and didn't see Ms. Wong cross the street. Regardless of the actions of the persons involved, elements of the street design allowed for the greater likelihood of a crash to occur. While the intersection already had high visibility marked crosswalk and flashing pedestrian warning signs, it is posted for 35 miles per hour and is wide enough for on-street parking, bike lanes, and a travel lane in each direction. So, a couple weeks ago, city crews completed the installation of low-cost traffic calming treatments meant to increase driver awareness and caution approaching this crosswalk. Vertical flexible posts with reflective tape have been added along the center line and as curb extensions at the crossing. These create a narrowing effect visually, slowing drivers and drawing them to pay attention to what's at the center of the flexible post array. It also narrows the overall crossing distance where people and vehicle paths cross. This is a simple but effective example of the quick build treatments going in across the city as part of the Vision Zero Transportation Safety Initiative. Sacramento is taking bold action to eliminate traffic fatalities and serious injuries through the launch of the Vision Zero Transportation Safety Initiative and establishment of the Transportation Safety Team. This initiative represents a transformative step in how the city addresses transportation safety, prioritizing rapid response with low-cost treatments, data, and community engagement. The Transportation Safety Team is designed to have dedicated staff to deliver traffic safety improvements across Sacramento's high injury network. Its mission is to proactively reduce traffic-related deaths and injuries through quick-build interventions and interim safety projects. The city is also completing a complementary effort to update the Vision Zero action plan using the latest 5 years of crash data. Building on the 2018 plan, it outlines a framework for the future. This update is essential to assess our progress, evaluate current conditions, and align with community, state, and federal goals. The update will introduce new strategies and actions to reduce collisions while supporting mobility and opportunities. The Vision Zero Action Plan update will also help inform this transportation safety team of the latest and greatest needs, starting off with the top 20 locations where quick build solutions can have the greatest impact on reducing crashes in 2026. When fully staffed, the transportation safety team will include engineers, traffic investigators, and analysts supported by on-call striping contractors. Typical quick build treatments are low-cost changes or additions to existing traffic control, such as enhanced signage, lane markings, lane narrowing, and traffic calming treatments like the one we see here at Sutterville Rd Mead, and minor signal modifications. So the current status of our initiative, the Safety Response Program was funded in July with the city budget. Since then, Public Works has recruited to fill the supervising engineer position that will lead the team. They will guide training, establish the location criteria framework and best practices for crash reduction improvements, and engage with PD, council districts, and neighborhoods. We look forward to announcing that person in January. We have also expanded the traffic investigation team with 2 new members starting in December and January. And recruitments for the remaining team members will follow the hiring of its leader in early 2026. The other progress that we've made is since March, following the establishment of the Transportation Safety Initiative through council action, many residents and community advocates have contacted the city through 311 and through council offices, identifying locations on their daily routes that need attention. Honestly, the Sacramento community is well informed and actively seeks speed reduction, traffic calming, intersection daylighting, and crosswalk improvements. So we couldn't let this momentum die. So with this momentum, we knew we couldn't wait for all of the pieces of the traffic safety team to be in place and running perfectly to take action. So using our current staff levels, including our 3 traffic investigators and our in-house signs and markings maintenance crews, we have responded. While this process was in place prior to the establishment of the Transportation Safety Team, our approach is changing. We're being more creative, more willing to try new devices, and with more focus on active transportation safety needs. We have installed over 100 traffic safety improvements this year, shown on the map here. These include 17 quick build projects, 39 locations of intersection daylighting, and I want to highlight a focus on 17 locations in school zones, including yellow high visibility crosswalk markings, daylighting, and enhanced school zone signage. Some other examples of locations where more robust treatments were installed are in District 7, Riverside Boulevard and Crocker Riverside Elementary, in downtown area, Alhambra at Miwok Elementary, and Alhambra at U Street. Each of these locations received the same treatment as the location here at Sutterville, with centerline hardening and curb extensions. Club Center Drive and Banfield Drive and Landpark Drive and 11th Avenue both received high visibility crosswalk markings and always stop control, and a quick build pedestrian island on the major street to limit the pedestrian exposure. We have other locations like 59th Street and 2nd Avenue, Black Rock Drive and Iron Gate Way, and 3rd Street at Q Street, all received flex post curb extensions to reduce the crossing distances and control or slow drivers' speed through turning movements. This also drew attention to crosswalks at each of those locations. And lastly, we've installed bike up-ramps from on-street bike lanes to sidewalks at 2 locations. These help bicyclists navigate through high-volume intersections where the bike lane drops or merges into the right turn lane. Despite the progress this year, this operational structure is not the long-term goal. It has still limited us to being reactive rather than proactive. However, at full capacity, with a supervisor, 2 additional engineers, and on-call contractors, we anticipate the program can deliver several times what we accomplished this year and can refocus on identifying needs proactively based on crash data before the community has to reach out for help. So this concludes my update. I'd like to introduce Councilmember Rick Jennings to the podium. The council member has been a longtime advocate for reduced speeds and traffic calming throughout his district and the city. I am grateful, especially on this day before Thanksgiving, for him and his team's continued engagement and collaboration in traffic safety. Thank you.
Come on, we can do better than that. Let's give Megan a big round of applause. That's good, that's good, that's good. So on this day, I want to thank our city staff. I really want to thank everyone that's been involved in this whole project. But first, I want to say good morning. And I also want to say on this Thanksgiving holiday, I want to say happy Thanksgiving to everyone, and I hope you have a wonderful holiday and spend time with family and just eat until you can't eat anymore, and then sleep until you can't sleep anymore, and then we can get up and go back to work after a couple of days or maybe a couple of weeks, okay? So anyway, Thanksgiving is a time to show what you're thankful for. And I want to say that I am really thankful to be joined today by the Wong family. Really thankful for that. I appreciate their commitment, their dedication, their continued advocacy for biking and pedestrian safety, all in an effort to make our streets safer for everyone. There are other families who have joined the Wongs in advocating for change that includes slowing down traffic, making sure that neighborhood streets are safe to bike, walk, and jog on, making sure that no one gets hurt on their ride to work or to school, making sure that we are all educated on the negative consequences and impacts of distracted driving. As you can see, as we sit here on this corner, you can hear cars that are still going too fast. Our job is to try to make sure that we slow this traffic down to make it safer for everyone. We are here today because of the advocacy of families like the Wongs and many others. As an elected official, I am always looking for ways to improve my community, especially when you have limited resources. At this intersection, we have looked at signal lights, roundabouts, stop signs, and many other solutions. All of them involve significant costs and/or were an application that would not work here at this location. Today, we have highlighted an approach to traffic safety that is affordable and workable. And in my time of coming out here looking at this solution, I'm watching traffic slow. I'm watching traffic when people are making turns, they're changing their behavior. They now see that there are things here that are helping them. I've even talked to people who have said, this is the best solution that you've had in a long time. Even though I didn't like it in the beginning, this is the best solution that I've seen in a long time. So I want to thank Megan and her department. Give her another round of applause, please. This is an affordable and workable solution. Through a new program with the city, and you heard it, it's called the Quickville program, we were able to narrow the lane of travel and provide visual and physical cues that slow drivers down. It's very important that we were able to remove the ability for drivers to pass a car turning left at this crosswalk. This is a major safety improvement. I want to thank the Wong family for their continued activism. We appreciate that a lot. And I want to thank city staff, led by Megan, for their efforts and dedication to get this project done. And all the other projects that we have done in District 7 and all that we will get done. And I'm going to encourage the community to keep telling us what are the areas that need to be addressed and need to be addressed immediately. I also want to thank Regional Transit for working with us to relocate the bus stop. That's something that's not easy because people get accustomed to where the bus stop is, and so when you change it, you change their lifestyle. But Regional Transit did that, and I appreciate that. I'm looking forward to more installations that improve bike and pedestrian safety, not only in District 7, but in the entire city of Sacramento. It is my pleasure now to introduce the star of this press conference, a McClatchy graduate, a Cal Poly student, Miss Alena Wong.
Hi. So if you didn't already hear, sorry, the sound is weird up here. I was at this intersection going to Cal Poly, sorry, not Cal Poly, to Cal Middle School, when I got hit by a high school driver. It's been 6 years, and my family has been working on this to fix the intersection and make it safer around the city. And I'm so glad that we can work with our Councilmember, Rick Jennings, and Megan and her team to make our job a little easier. But this is only the beginning, because the city is still not safe. Though I have escaped it, I'd love San Luis Obispo so much more because it's so much safer, but I left behind my family, 3 siblings who are still going to school and could be at the mercy of any cars, and all of my friends. And I live in fear constantly that any of them could be hit by a car or killed even. So I think we have a lot longer to go, especially in other areas of the city, though our council member is in charge of a lot of more privileged areas. There are lots of more dangerous roads where people don't have the time to advocate for things like my family was working towards for the past 6 years. So it's going to take a long time, but I think we're on the way there. And we're going to have to change a lot about the city. Some traffic engineers 50 years ago decided that we're going to have to go fast instead of thinking about safety. Luckily, we're working on changing that now, but we're going to have to keep going. And I'm so glad that we have people here to work with us to make it safer. But I know there's going to be a lot farther to go. And I look forward to the day that I'll be glad to come back to Sacramento instead of where it's safe on the roads in San Luis Obispo. Thank you. Rick Jennings wants me to tell you about my major. I'm majoring in architectural engineering, which could help with this kind of work. It's more specialized civil engineering, so I could help making streets safer, especially once I get my bachelor's at Cal Poly.
I want to let her know that every summer when she comes back, she's got a job at City Hall where she can come and work in my office and continue to get some experience towards being able to help this city here in Sacramento. So that's my commitment to the Wong family, my commitment to you. You come down there, I promise you, I got a spot for you, I got a desk, got a table, got work for you. I don't know if I got any money, but I got a job for you. Any questions? Okay, you guys all good? Well, I want to thank the Wong family again for their advocacy. I really appreciate that. You've done a great job. I was sitting here listening to you. I felt like you were my own daughter up here on the microphone. I was so proud of you. So we got to share her for a little while. And I really want to thank the city for moving so quickly to get these things done so that we can make this a safer place for everyone. So again, happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for coming out here today. And if we have any questions, we'll be around to be able to answer those questions. Thank you so much.